7:35, planning board meeting for June 2026 is now in session. We're going to switch the agenda. What? We're switching the order of the agenda so that Mr. Shunk, please come up and tell us what you're going to do here. Introduce yourself. Talk into the mic, please. Name and address, please, for the record.
Todd Shunk.
I think it's on.
Try it.
Hello. Todd Shunk. I live at 85 Main Street in
Talk
Hamburg.
right into it.
I live at
Pick it up
85
like
Main
that.
Street in Hamburg, New York. I just purchased the land from my dad on Route 391 last year. And I just want to split it before I build something in case one of my kids wants to build in the future. So I just want to split the land.
All righty. Okay, we have the survey. We had a look at the survey. Sarah, you cleared it? There's no violations. The two lots are conforming lots? Okay. So sorry to drag you in here for this, but
No problem.
that's the way it works, okay? So
Understood.
what we have to do is schedule a public hearing for the same time next month, second
Okay.
Tuesday of the month. And if people complain about it, we listen to them, but most of the time nobody shows up. And then we just say, you're good to go. We have to approve your environmental form, which is pretty straightforward. So those two things are done, and then you're done. And you
Okay.
can go get a new SBL number on those properties, and you're good to go for whatever.
Okay.
Okay?
All right. Thank you.
Thanks.
Okay.
I think it's the 7th. The 7th. Oh, I thought it was.
Can't be. Yeah, can't be the second.
Okay.
Okay, thanks.
Works good. Thank you very much.
Okay, that was pretty hard, huh? All right, next item on the agenda, Linwood Estates LLC. Alex, come on up, please. Name and address, please, and tell us what you're going to do here.
Alex, 8965 Boston State Road, down the road here. We have an existing office building, and we're looking to get a change of use permit so we can operate a residential and commercial property management company out of the building.
Okay, and what's the nature of your business? What do you do?
It's residential and commercial property management, just strictly office use for the most part. Day-to-day phone calls and stuff like that.
Okay, do you have business or equipment?
Yes, yeah, we do have equipment.
Okay,
Yep.
and what equipment do you have?
Skid steers, trailers, things like that. We did build. We erected a 8-foot fence to
Saw that,
keep
yeah.
everything encapsulated in there and out of sight from residential
Yeah,
people.
exactly. When you had the okay for that, was that a verbal okay, or was it in writing? It's just okay, go ahead and do it.
Yes.
far as
I met with the code officer on site
Yeah.
and walked the site with him, and it was a verbal approval.
Okay, I would highly encourage you, okay, to get it in writing, okay? And Bob Reed is here, our new code enforcement officer.
Yep.
And we'd like to clean it up, okay? Because in the planning board, what we do when a project comes before us, first thing we do is we look at zoning, okay? And so the zoning there is C1. Okay. Legally, in C1, according to the zoning, you should not have that equipment there, okay? You should not have those dumpsters there. Okay. So the verbal deal at some point in time comes back to haunt the future code enforcement officer, comes back to haunt the planning board. Okay. So I'm not, as far as the dumpsters go, he said you could do that. Is that a separate business?
Yes,
Okay.
sublease,
I'm sorry.
a sublease business.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. So now it gets into the fact, okay, that in C1 zoning, you cannot have two different businesses owned by two different people on the same property. Okay. Now I don't make these rules. Okay. I mean, I'm just citing the code here and how it is. Okay. Now, ideally, okay, it would be go see if you can get a variance, a use variance for that property, right, sir? Okay. Okay. But to have a use variance, you have to show a hardship. What's your hardship, man? You bought the property, which was C1, and you knew it was C1. Okay. But the hardship could be that that property has been for sale for umpteen years and nobody could buy it and use it as a C1 property. Okay. And that just happened to us down the road where somebody bought a piece of property and got a use variance, not because of their hardship, but because of the hardship of the seller.
Mm.
Okay. So I'm not trying to pull anything out from under you. And, you know, you've been good and you've done what people ask and they told you to put up the fence and you put up whatever. But going forward, I talked to Code Enforcement Officer Reed, and I think what we would like you to do is just clean it up on paper. Okay. Just make sure that you have the documentation to allow you to do these things. All right. Make sense?
Yeah. Yes, it does. But I mean, it's all previous stuff that was approved by the town of Boston that I complied with. Spent on that fence alone, I spent $6,000 to put that thing up, which was approved by the town of Boston. Just because it wasn't in writing doesn't mean it wasn't a town official that gave me the approval to move forward with it.
No, I understand that. I understand that.
And now I'm going to get, which I mean, irrelevant. I don't know what the decision would be to whether or not it'd be approved to move my office and operate out of that space or not. But it was previously used as an office space for numerous years, along with a daycare. So the previous, owner of the building ran an attorney's office out of the front there, and also subleased it to a daycare that he had ran out of the back there. And I'm sure everyone's aware of that.
Yeah.
So it seems like, and I understand that you want to get conforming and have everyone follow the rules, which I'm totally all for that.
No,
But
I understand. Yeah.
it just seems like, well, how come he was allowed to do that? Which I understand. Different time, might be a different board, might be different rules that were implemented. I don't know. But now that I'm proposing this, I've complied all the way through, just spent $120,000 on regrading that stuff, getting rid of those cottonwoods that were over the road, getting into the, into the power lines there, they're not power lines, but spectrum lines. Repainted the exterior, did a bunch of nice stuff to, improve the town of Boston.
Sure.
Right. And now, man, it just seems like, if I need to go to the zoning board, that's another month. Then I'm going to have to come back to here. That's another month. I'm going to be, at a minimum, you would know better than I would, but I'm 3 months out before I can even move into a building. I'm ready to move in tomorrow.
Bob, what do you got to say? Come up to the mic, Bob.
Zonings for variance is going to be August 8th.
Bob, you should come to the
Come to the mic, Bob.
because the
Bob, come up to the-
recording doesn't
Come
pick
up to the
up
mic.
anybody sitting in the room.
Sorry, I thought my voice was loud enough. Bob Reed, code official, town of Boston. The zoning variances, use variance, area variance, we got paperwork has to be filled out. Tomorrow's the deadline. He's not going to be able to get everything in for tomorrow to get on the July meeting. So it's going to be August, the first Thursday in August would be the next meeting he could get on. The most critical part for a use variance is going to be the financial difficulties as you had outlined. And we've had other people in town that have used that same reasoning, and we're granted use variance. I can't say that would happen this time, but it's a chance it would go through. And it could be 1, 2, 3 variances.
Can I ask a question?
Yes, sir.
The variance you're talking about would be set only for him to have the dumpsters, right? I mean, what he's doing, his business.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not that you
It
can't
would
operate
just
your
be
business
just be for the dumpsters there.
just for the dumpster.
Now,
And
with
has it-
regards
Also for his
to-
equipment, though.
I'm sorry.
For his equipment, for his heavy equipment.
Well, that's where I was going to say. I mean,
My skid steer's not even there. That only heavy equipment that was on site there was for the blacktop guy who was doing all the.
Oh, okay. All right.
All that stuff's
Yeah.
gone. It
Oh.
was only there for 3 weeks.
Yeah. So the only thing is, I guess what you have to come to terms with is it worthwhile for you to have the dumpster guy in there? Okay. Because that's the handshake agreement that just over the years, man, they just come back to bite us, you know, and they do. And it's just like, is it worth your while for that hassle? Okay. Or apply for that later on. I mean, get yourself in there, do your business, get approved, and then deal with the dumpster guy along the way, one way or the other. Is it the guy from North Boston that's got the dumpsters? ABS?
It's Debbie Bender.
Son, yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's make a deal with
Yeah.
Listen, from the mic
Vendors.
from the microcosm
Oh my, I always, all
to the
along-
macrocosm. It's all the same. Yeah, absolutely.
Now, as far as the attorney's office that was there, and from what I understand, they also had an apartment in the building,
Yeah.
both of which were illegal.
Yeah.
Because there was never any permit pulled for a change of occupancy. And under the New York State codes, when you change the occupancy classification or use in a building, you have to get a permit.
Okay.
None of that was done for whatever reason. I don't know. I wasn't here at that time, but we're trying to get that part of it straight and get it set to go.
Yeah.
Alex has been very compliant with everything we've asked so far. So, you know, that's the simplest part of it.
So Bob, Alex, if we catch you next month and approve this, you okay? If you clean this up with Bob, get all your paperwork in order, okay? Somebody's got to own this whole thing. This is what I keep saying. Somebody's got to own it. Somebody's got to take charge of it, okay? And it's kind of like, as Matt knows, we're going to talk to Matt next. Poor guy's been kicking around for 10 years, getting beat up because of nobody wants to own it, you know? But everybody's got their input on what he can and can't do. So, yeah, why don't you square it up with Bob? Does anybody else have any questions for Alex? Okay. No? So get everything in order, Bob. And if you can come back with him next time,
Yep.
and we're good. Are you going to change any lighting on that place? Okay, good. Exterior. Yeah. If you do, it's just downcast environmental, okay? Shielded. And landscaping at all?
Yeah, we are going to landscape around the building.
Okay. Yeah, we appreciate that. Yeah, great. He's not serious. He's not as bad as he said he was.
I didn't say that.
He's okay.
Keeping the grass mowed down less.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I try.
See what you can do at the funeral home down the road too, would you? All right. Oh my God. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Okay. I think if there's no other questions, we'll table this
Understood.
July.
Yes.
Okay. I
Sounds
think we should be okay if Bob can get all the paperwork in order and get it straightened out.
Right.
And then worry about if you want to continue the dumpster thing, get working on that.
Yeah.
And if it doesn't work out for you, you still got your building
Yeah.
and do something else back there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Appreciate it. Thanks for coming in.
I
Okay.
appreciate it.
Yep.
Thanks, sir.
Thank you. Okay. Well, that was easy, huh? We all good? Okay. The next item on the agenda, we may be a while on this one. Matt Colo, come on up. Okay, Matt, introduce yourself. Tell us what you're doing here.
Yeah, I'm Matt Coldo. Our shop is on 7631 Zimmerman Road. We're looking to put an office building out front. Any questions or anything else?
Okay, Matt. Can I give the board a little history here,
Sure can.
if that's okay? All right. Okay, years ago, there was a change in zoning on a piece of property up on Zimmerman Road. Okay. And it went from residential to C2. And there was a town employee who maybe or maybe not, I can't say, I wasn't involved in it, that had a little bit of a maybe conflict of interest. But anyway, he got it rezoned. Okay. Subsequently left, and Matt bought the property. Okay. The problem was there were stipulations and conditions put on that property from the original owner. And I don't want to say lack of due diligence, but your attorney should have dug all that stuff up somewhere along the way.
It was brought up to the board before we bought it.
It was.
And I have a letter from Bill Ferguson that we were allowed to do it.
Okay. There you go. Okay. So now, fast forward over the years, there have been back and forth with Matt, with his attorney, with code enforcement and town attorney. what you can do, what you can't do, what you can do, what you can't do. Okay. And as I said to the previous applicant, at some point in time, it would be nice to just clean this up and get it in writing and somebody own it, being code enforcement with you working with it. Okay. And it is what it is. The attorney sent us a letter saying that, yeah, maybe it wasn't right the way that property was rezoned, but it's a done deal. Okay. That can't revert. Okay. Oh, this isn't a public hearing. Thank you. That it can't be reverted. Okay. That's the letter I got from the attorney before the meeting a week ago because I asked for it. All right. So basically what we have is from here forward. All right. And how do you come into compliance in a C2 zone with the operation that you have there? Okay. Meeting all the stipulations of C2 with no, hopefully, backdoor deals to make it work. Okay. Okay. That way, the town board isn't owning it. We don't own it. Okay. It's zoning that owns it and zoning code enforcement that owns it. Okay. And you. Okay. And that's got to be the meeting of the minds. Okay. Now, I will say to the residents there, okay, I guess you can scream all you want, but it's a done deal. It's not going to change. Okay. We are done. We are done. This isn't a public hearing. Okay. You will have a public hearing at the town board when this is brought up, not on the 14th. When this gets sent up to the town board, our job is advisory. Our job isn't executing the final plan. This will be dealt with over the next month with code enforcement and Matthew Cola. Okay. And that's how it is. I don't make the rules. Okay. I get letters from people. I read the code. This is what it is.
And
Okay.
all we can do is recommend.
And we
can't
recommend,
enforce
and the town
anything.
board's going to be involved in doing that. All right. Not a public hearing. I'm sorry. Okay, Matt, one thing I have to ask you though, and which came to my attention today, is that you don't have your own water on that property. Is that true?
That is true.
Okay. Is there any way you can get your own water on that property?
Sure can.
Okay. Okay. So it's been going on and going on and going on, and it's unbeknownst to me why it would let to go for that long a period of time when it comes up today. But anyway, my point is be done with it. Okay. So clean it all up. Okay. Be done with the water. You get your own water, get it all set up, do what you got to do, working with Bob and getting that all set up. Okay. And then we will make a recommendation on your building, which is really a no brainer as far as the building goes. Just make sure your setbacks are correct, which they weren't on the original drawing. Okay.
It should be revised. And
Yeah,
corrected
okay.
now.
And if you can get us more than just a drawing, but an actual site plan,
You want grades, elevations?
a little bit. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
No
Just
problem.
just a site plan so that we can look at it and Bob can look at it. And that is required by code that you need a site
No problem.
plan on that. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. And yeah, does anybody have questions for Matt? You know, the name Colo, I mean, to be honest with you, every time the name Colo come up, everybody in zoning, everybody on the board here, everybody was like, oh man, cool. What the heck? And you're caught kind of in between, you know? So again, this is an ambush. And I told you that. Okay. This is to get it on record, get it done, be done with it, and life goes on. Okay.
I would very much like this to be behind us.
Okay. Okay. Any other, Bob? You're the major cringing. Yeah, and if we looked, I said if we looked at the time and money that you spent on attorneys, if we looked at the time and taxpayer money that Murph and I were on the porch one night having a beer when you called, and he said, Murph says, I just want to know, I don't want to blindside you, but I'm coming after you. Remember that conversation? He goes, get your attorney, get your ducks lined up because I'm coming after you. And it was like, I'm going, come on, man, it's got to be a better way to do this. Okay. So yeah, that's the deal. That's what we got going on. And are there any questions from the board? Sarah, please.
What do you expect from him between between now and the next meeting? Is there something you want him to submit besides the site plan? I mean, as far as cleaning this up?
Yeah, I think you and Bob gotta, I don't care if you go on vacation together, spend all your wee hours together, okay? But get something done. Okay, because here's the deal. Okay, when we make the recommendation to the town for the building, it's under the assumption that we're not feeding you more when kids over here still haven't been fed. You know what I mean? It's like you gotta have everything lined up according to Bob, what you think needs to be done on that property with the stipulations that were put into place, if those are still in effect. And Ryan's note to us was very hazy in that regard. It was kind of like, well, yeah, we're not going to mess up the code and the zoning, but there are stipulations that may need to be looked at. Talk to Ryan because I don't know what that is. All right. You guys good?
Okay.
Okay, I want you all to hold hands and sing Kumbaya, and the night is over. All right, thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Thanks for coming in. We'll see you next month. If you have your stuff together and you got it all done, Bob, we can make a decision on the building. If you don't have it together, we're gonna have to kick it out another month, okay?
Yeah, all you guys need is site plan, right?
Site plan for me, but you and Bob gotta. No, that part's okay, but the other stuff, the conditions, stipulations, what needs to be done, what doesn't need to be done.
Can we get something in writing from Bob?
Exactly.
That's what
Well,
we need.
that would be nice because I don't know what needs to be done other than get our own water service.
Okay, Bob. So have it all lined up.
Well, sure, yeah, that's fine, yeah.
Yeah,
Well, but what they're talking about, is there anything else that we need to do?
Okay, one of the questions, okay, if I looked at the code, which I did today again, supposedly in the code in C2, you cannot store fuel. I told you that on the phone, okay? Now, Bob may have a different ruling on that. Is the fuel being stored for outside consumption or outside use? Or is the fuel being stored for your own vehicles? That I don't know. That's beyond my pay grade, okay? That's a code issue, all right? So talk to Bob about that. Okay, anybody else? Go ahead.
Yeah, I don't know if we picked that up, what Bob was mentioning for the minutes. But Bob, if you could go to the microphone, because I'm not hearing a lot of stuff, and just repeat what he needs to do, just a synopsis so that we have it in the minutes,
Well,
so we
there's
don't
gonna
miss
have
it.
to be a site plan, which is one of the requirements of the building permit. And to show exactly where the building's going to be, it's going to be located properly within the setbacks. Some of those setbacks, depending on zoning, are applicable to how far away from a property line it is with regard to height for the building. And that's where the site plan showing topography, the elevation is going to become important. As far as fuel storage, the town code refers to gasoline stations. It doesn't specifically say use for equipment. And if he's using it for his equipment, it's properly stored according to the fire code, then he would be in compliance with that. Because he's not running a service station for people to come in and fuel their cars up or fuel other trucks up in there. You can't store the fuel inside the building because you can't store highly flammable, which gasoline is, inside a building. There are certain requirements, again, in the fire code to do that. But I think I'll sit down with Matt this week and get him an itemized list of what we're going to need.
Yeah, and Cole, I sit down, maybe talk to Ryan as far as what his nebulous condition things were. Just clean it all up.
Yeah,
You know.
it has to go from the conditions were equated to when Whitmeyer's had the property, they ran a trucking business. Per Ryan, because and that which is not just trucking. That's not going to be difficult to meet. For C2 zoning that has to be brought is there needs to be a fenced in area around the property.
Yeah.
And if he goes down the residential property line, there's a berm which does obstruct some of the view.
He
If
does have a proposed fence. on
Fence is
this.
proposed already, yeah. The other thing, make sure there's no encroaching on anybody else's property. Okay. I caught wind of that. I would think your surveys would be legit. If they're not,
I'll bring a wheel out and we'll take the survey and we'll try and find the pins and know where everything is. So I think we'll be able to get it ironed out.
So could we get something from you that says, in essence, everything that Matt's doing here is permitted?
Yeah.
exactly. That's the thing.
That's what
Everything
my
that he-
letter is going to say is this is what the section in the town law says and what needs to be done, and everything will be compliant. Then that's basically what the letter is going to say. Real simple.
Okay.
And we've already
Yeah.
talked to Matt about some of these items.
All right.
No, I don't have my notes in front of me. I'll have to go back and get them. We'll sit down and talk. We got time later this week.
Get her done, Bob. Get her done. All right.
Tomorrow's a busy day, maybe Thursday.
All right. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
I know this isn't a public hearing, but we've done a, I see a lady in the back that's trying to express some concerns that she has. Would you be opposed to like listening to what she has to say? Because you're going to be coming to us for a site approval at a public hearing,
No, not.
No.
but
It's going to be, the town's going to have the public hearing for the site.
the town's going to do the public hearing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we send it for the public hearing, but we've done it in the past where people were developing, coordinate with people and your neighbors. It's just a neighborly thing to do. And, you know, I understand that sometimes we want to do this and I can do this, but it's always nice to be neighborly too. So I don't know. I just see somebody waving in the back there. And
Might I suggest, Jim, instead of here in this meeting,
Right.
have the discussion as you're walking
Between the
out.
two of them, correct.
Talk
Not here.
on the way out.
Yeah,
right?
because this isn't a public hearing, so
Yes.
we're not going to have
Yep.
that discussion here.
Yep.
Right.
Bob, you against sitting in the back there listening? A couple minutes? Are you against sitting in the lobby listening for a couple minutes to what they have to say with Matt? I'll tell you what, though, guys, we're closing the doors, okay?
Okay.
Okay. All right. All right. I've had PTSD from last meeting, okay? It went till 10:30.
Okay.
Perfect.
Okay, go ahead.
Are we starting down that public hearing path?
No, no,
Okay.
that's it.
Okay, thank you.
We're starting down the public hearing piece.
Yeah, no, it's like, it's got to end somewhere, okay? It's just definitely got to end somewhere. I mean, this is like ridiculous. And it's been ridiculous. And this guy's trying to make a living and he's doing something for the town. And he got short end of the stick. You people feel like you got the short end of the stick because of the sins of the past. Okay. Okay.
All right.
Good. Then, okay, now we can sing Kumbaya. Okay. Yeah, talk to these guys outside, okay? And express your concerns. And if you can package it, love to see you next time, okay? I talked to Leanne and said that it was going to be a meeting with Mr. Colo. And if you wanted to bring your people in, fine. I told her the same thing that I told everybody here tonight. I'd like to get this thing wrapped up and done. Okay. Somebody has to own it. I did not say at all that I was for it or against it.
Right.
Okay. And the thing that irritated me the most was somehow I understand there was an implication that I was against it and this guy was getting set up. Okay. So there is no public input tonight. Okay. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it.
We'll move on with the meeting.
Okay. We're done. Go outside. Thank you very much for coming.
Thanks, Matt.
Okay. The next item on the agenda is the approval of minutes for May. Are we good to go? Can I have a motion for the minutes?
Motion.
Make a motion. Can we second it?
I'll second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, the minutes are in place. Okay, reports. Do we have anything, Sarah?
We don't.
Do we have anything? Margaret? No, 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 no. Penders called me. He couldn't make it tonight. He's good. Town attorney, nothing. Board clerk, nothing. David? Motion to adjourn. All right, can we have a second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Good. We're adjourned.
Sorry about that, Paul.
No, that's okay. That's okay.
I just figured get it dealt with.
No, I got, somebody set me off. Pissed me off. Okay, somebody sent out a,
Yeah.
somebody sent out on Facebook saying that,
You know, it's not- it's just a public hearing. I just wanted them to meet outside.
they can meet outside.
And they kept on bringing stuff forward and yelling from the audience. It's like, sorry about that.
No, that's okay.
I just wanted it to get.
That's okay. Well done, everyone. Thank you very much.
Somebody sent out notes to them that I approved.
I'll tell you. Lady,